I just got bit in my neck. Motherfucker just bit me in my neck. Hi, can I get some more?
Just commenting the baby.
Huh?
Just commenting the baby.
Oh, see, wait a minute, I'm on Facebook Live. Well, we gonna wait, I got to see the bit. Fatima, do the intro. Ain't nobody on there yet anyway. I want to see the baby.
No.
Islam Moors. Islam.
There's 4 people watching.
It's 4 already? Islam. Pax et Amor. Pax et Amor. Pax et Amor. Okay. My baby's here. Yay.
He's so cute.
Islam. Islam. Pax et Amor. I think I'm going to read out of the Moors Rise from Civil Death today. And it's in relationship to woman, womb man, the womb man. I'm sitting here looking at the babies like happiest but to see the baby today. They are kind of cool. Islam Moors, Islam. Islam. Sound check 1 2 1 2. Everybody hear me? Okay. Islam, got to see the babies. Oh, you gonna put him? Oh, he is passed out. He's just a chilling little baby. Hey baby, how are you? Where's Sister Mama girl?
Live?
Yes, we are. Say hi, Facebook. Hi, Mama. Hi, cutie. Like now I'm going to the park. Out. Islam. Okay. So oh, you hear me? Islam. Thank you. Islam. Women, the applied science of the number 9 in government. Women, the applied science of 9 in the government. Women, the divine source of physical life. Islam. Women is the divine source through which all physical life form comes. She, the feminine, is without doubt the most powerful being in existence. The literal stargate, the most high creative womb. Life comes through the womb, therefore all that lives or is to live is first, essentially a part of her, the womb man. Life comes through the womb, therefore all the manifest energies or known monods come into existence through her. These facts are clearly written in the book of life, natural law. She is the gate through which all humanity enters the realm of the flesh. Femia and Maz. All humanity is her progeny. This is the indisputable fact which cannot and will not change. Is there any doubt? Woman builds the physical forms of man within her womb man, bringing life. It is in woman's nature to cultivate and to structure civilization with moral governing principles for her offspring, her progeny, her heirs. She then teaches her offspring, her heirs, these systems for survival and sustenance. Matriarchy is the most natural form of order of government. Matriarchy is the most natural form and order of government. She who brings life is best able to cultivate and ordain rules of order for that life. I'm going to read that again. The matriarchy is the most natural form and order of government. She who brings life is best able to cultivate and ordain rules of order for that life. The vibratory energy and vitality of the whole human family is carried by, traced through, and dependent on woman, her state of condition and her state of mind. They were speaking specifically of the mitochondrial DNA. And through mitochondrial DNA, everything has to be traced, can only be traced through the mother mitochondrial DNA. As we know, all beings from the Asiatic Stargate start as female and is a female all the way up until the 5th week of creation. What and who is woman? What she knows, what she thinks, how she feels, what she eats, her temperament in general in the planets, with their energies and positions in this solar system combined with the forces in nature, are negatively based on elements. Where did I go? Did I skip? On her master building tools. She must be aware of these fundamental natural truths as they will function positively or negatively based on elements and conditions. This is the science, not a dogmatic belief system. If she has been enslaved, mistaught, and subjugated, she must be freed and taught by those who know. For those who know do not assist in her resurrection. For those who do not know do not assist in her resurrection. Then the laws of reciprocity and compensation will manifest with a vengeance through nature's mandate. This is called justice, the two-edged sword. I read that specifically, and I'm going to continue to read through some of this, but I need Moors as well as subjects, which is everybody who's not a Moor. Everybody's not a Moor as a subject automatically, ipso jure. You don't have a nationality or a status to speak of, and you don't know it, and you're on this landmass, you're automatically a Moorish subject. Don't matter what you want to talk about, what debates you want to have, that's reality. And if we know that, why? Here's the better question. Why is it naturally ordained and naturally divine for mother? Wow. I tell you, every time I come here, I see a new creature. He's sitting here trying to act like he did. He was just swivering. Look. Go ahead.
He planned it.
He planned it. That was crazy. Anyway. I'm going to get bent up today. You know my Holt was in that bag.
We got water boys at
I don't have my Holt.
I found another one that did the same thing.
Islam. So why is it that government is run by mothers, matriarchy? Why is it supposed to? And do you think governments run by sons works, and has it been working for you currently under the patriarchy? That's a natural, because when you think of nature, just think of Natural Geographics when you sit here and watch lions and tigers and bears, oh my. When you sit here and watch all of these animals in their natural habitat, how they live, who runs what, and not in the thick of it, how nature just naturally is a matriarchal sense in every sense of the word. And because we're upside down under a false paradigm and under a false matrix, under colonialism, under patriarchy, now everything's awry. Social programs, everything when you think of is a feudal, debt type of system that everybody is slave to, or at one point were slaves to. So why is government run by women, and why does that make sense? That's open to the floor. How are you, Thomas?
I'm good.
That was open to the floor. Is anybody answering a question? Okay. I'm going to continue. Her subjugation controlled the womb. The European masters of slavery and conquerors of nations as astrological and mathematical scientists, they are well aware of the power which is naturally inherent in women. So what they're trying to say to you is that the European sons know the power of the woman and the power of the womb more than mama's children know the power of the womb. Never underestimate their cunning and manipulative approach to government. In order to enslave a people, it is important to control the women, the womb. He who controls the womb, the woman, controls the womb. Surely controls her nation, her progeny. So if you control mother, you automatically control her daughters and her sons. Automatically. This is the highest secret knowledge used by the slave masters. Those having this knowledge know the key to civilization. So, okay, I'm going to continue because I'm going to let the energies, because you know my turban's really, really tight and I'm getting a little lucid. Just letting you know, I might just fall down. I'll fall down, just pick me back up and I'll go back where I was at. Gotta laugh to stop from crying. Knowledge of the workings of the womb is so powerful and vital to civilization that it is kept in secret societies among the elite and upper class governmental rulers, right? They know the secrets. The secrets are so basic, it's not even funny. And we think because we've grown up in a colonial system where they have like rooms and room full of books, and if you stay in that room, you'll get a lot of knowledge. You think that is knowledge, but if you don't apply them, it's useless. Knowledge unapplied is useless. Okay? The study of the womb is mandatory in science of government, social creation, correction, or engineering and controls. Womb science can be used to the positive or to the negative. Womb science will never be found in any textbook, readily available to the masses, less more to state, wards, and slaves. Most all womb science, which are always a part of Moorish culture, was stamped out by burnings, lynchings, and torturing during the early and mid-year periods of the current Union State Society slave and ward system. To the misfortune of humanity, the fundamental truths in womb science have been lost in allegory, fables, fairy tales, or suppressed on a global scale. The mass perpetration of dogmatic subjugation doctrines and idol god worship, corruptedly misrepresented as godliness, have been perpetrated through blind faith religions. All organized modern religions are guilty of subjugating the Moabite woman and her offspring, her heirs, her progeny, at different levels and degrees. The ultimate purpose of the dogmatic patriarchal religious doctrine is to subdue civilization of murder. Is the subtle cultivation of murder, slavery, hatred, theft, suppression, oppression, and subjugation of the Moabite woman. This has been successfully done in the names of masculine idol gods and the worship of them. We only read like 5 paragraphs and it literally told you what your problem is. And my question is, do you know what your problem is, or you want Sharon to tell you? What do you think your problem is? This is open to the floor and also the people that are sitting at this table. What is the problem, Fallon? Thomas? You're like, I just got off work, I'm telling you. Right? I just got work. I know, I'll be saying the same thing, right? So, if you have dogmatic religion, if you have the education of a patriarchal, oppressed society in your mind, and you have children, progeny, how are you passing that knowledge on? Because the child starts to learn as the child is created in the womb. That's when the child is, when the egg divides, when it starts making a baby, right? Because the eggs are already there, they're already ready. They're like, all right, mom, when we coming down the canal? Like, what's going on? We just sitting up here. I'm tired of talking to these thousands and thousands of other eggs. I want to come out and see the world, right? So when your baby is in that fallopian tubes and is sitting there with all the other children, let's say, how many eggs are we birthed with? I couldn't tell you. Does anybody know that right now? I could look it up, but come on, we got like a lot of people on this platform. Somebody tell me how many eggs is a child born with, a female child. And let's talk about the fact that we have eggs, y'all have sperm. Sons and daughters, right? So the daughters have eggs, the sons have sperm. And they probably have the same exact number. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not too sure. How many eggs does a woman come into this world with?
1 million.
1 million. She comes into this earth with 1 million babies. Ready. Like, all right, we got 1 million tries. We got 1 million tries to make babies, right? I was like, and every time she has a ovulation, what is ovulation? We know all of this is based on education, y'all, so keep that in mind. When we start really doing the erudite lessons, all of these words will probably magically change to something magically better. So we're going to go with the social programming and the labels that have been placed for subjugation purposes, but by no means take these words as fact, because we know we've been miseducated and received no erudite lessons. So, every month, a woman ovulates from the start of her first menstrual cycle, which usually starts between 9 and 12. That is the block when women start creating life, or have the capacity to create life. So it's from 9 to 12, right? So she starts ovulating when she has her first menstrual cycle. Let's go with that education, okay? So when she has her first ovulation, how many eggs drop? They say only 1 or 2. I'm inclined to think different, because if you have 1,000,000 eggs from birth, it's more than 1 and 2 every time you have a ovulation. So the ovulations come down and says, "Ooh, it's time to make time to be mommies, time to make babies, time to create civilization, time to create those people who will be governing," right? So now she has all of these eggs waiting. She ain't just so for news alert. She's not waiting for a piece of sperm. Okay, we're gonna go past that. Okay, we're gonna act like we're not in La La Land and in fairy tales, and we're gonna go with real knowledge and real information. Since we do know that egg is waiting to subdivide, and who's telling that egg to subdivide? How does it know? Oh, baby time. How does it know that? And am I paying attention to anyone? Maybe she has a thought, because the word was good. First was the word, and the word was good. The word was with God, right? If you're staying with me? So now she's sitting here accidentally most of the time, but her conscious mind is not connected to her spirit, right? She's both of these things. And because she's been through this patriarchal society that's told her she needs a man in order to create life, she stopped doing it independent of that, because it started with a thought. So woman male patriarchy has gotten her to think that she needed to wait until there was some sexual stimulation in order for her to conceive a child. Even though her eggs were down there waiting, like, "Hello, Mom, what's going on? Thought you was gonna help me out. Nothing. You got nothing? Okay, I guess I'm. See you, sisters and brother. Well, no. See you, sisters. Bye. Mommy didn't do it this time." And then every different cycle, she does it the same way, right? She does it the same way, until one cycle she has a man, and now they're like, "Oh, we're gonna have it. One of us is coming down because she's having some sex now, because she thinks she has to have some sex in order to have us babies, even though I don't know why she'd be thinking that." So this is what your damn eggs is having a conversation in your fallopian tubes with each other, because they started with each other, and they're gonna stay there until one of them drops out, right?
All is well, just a bunch of children.
They're making me focus on other things, because they're looking at other things.
Wow, listening.
Right? So they're like, "Man, Mommy got a man. Maybe she'll do it today." Right? And then as she gets into this relationship, some women say, "Ooh, I want to have a child to just keep this man. I want to get pregnant." And then all of a sudden they're like, "Ooh, jackpot. Divide. So it is the patriarchal science, or the patriarchal colonialization that denationalized mother. Not only did it denationalize mother, it told her she can do nothing without a man. And because she has been raised and miseducated with that information, she stopped creating life until there was some type of sexual activity involved. It didn't matter how that sexual activity happened, if it was welcome or not. She had that issue. Still has that issue today. Right? So let's talk about why. We know why. The word religion is derived from the ancient Moabite Moorish Latin word religio, which expresses respect for that which is sacred, universally manifested by and through Ali in nature, all in nature. Religion was founded by the ancient Moabites as an elementary teaching system designed to introduce children to the workings of the forces of nature. Religion, as properly used and taught, is essentially elementary science, having nothing at all to do with dogmatic belief systems. The forces of nature and the magnetic and atomic interplay of the planets in our solar system were given names by our ancient mothers and fathers. Many of the names have changed or evolved by the peoples of various dialects and languages. The study of this phenomena is ancientry and is called cosmology. Masonry and astrology. Astrology means the study of the stars. So why would people think that astrology is a dogmatic occult worship when it's just the study of the stars?
Because of hearsay, barbershop talk, church
talk. There we go. Because of hearsay, barbershop, church talk. Because y'all listen to the miseducation and the dogmatic religio systems that have gotten you to abandon, to acquiesce your culture in favor of something that which is not yours, right? These are some of the names given to nature's law by ancient humanity through language. Elohim, Allah, which is all law, Yahweh, Thal, Haraharam, the great spirits, the seven eyes of Allah, the grand architect of the universe, the solar eye, etc. To be more specific, relating to Moabite Moorish culture, these are the names of Elohim. Michael, which rules the sun, Sunday. Gabriel, the moon, Monday. Zamiel, the Mars, Tuesday. Raphael, Mercury, Wednesday. Sachiel, Thursday, Jupiter, that's my day. Anael, Venus, Friday. Cassiel, Saturday, Saturn. The seven Elohims are symbolized on the crown of the goddess of liberty, walking the water in New York Harbor, Amsterdam. She, the statue, is made of copper applied to an iron framework. Copper is the alchemical metal for Anael, Venus, Friday. The universe itself is a creative womb. It ebbs and flows, pulls and pushes out, pulsates, creates and operates with positive and negative forces. If there is any tangible evidence that man can see or relate to that expresses the universe and its workings, it is woman herself, a physical manifested creator or generator of life and spirit. Woman produces humanity, both femina and mas, females and males. This fact constitutes the reproduction of herself, female, the reproduction of herself, female, and the making or creating of her sons from the fetus by vibratory metamorphosis in the womb. The making of her sons always begins on or about the 6th week of the 9th month cosmos cycle of birth. So what they're telling you is that either she's going to birth herself, or she's going to birth, or she's going to transmute that into a son. This corresponds with the 6 astrological signs of Venus, the planet and plane of love. I'm going to keep going because you need this information. You need to realize that the way to salvation and the way to giving your sons as well as your daughters the keys that they need in this society in life is mother's responsibility. It is technically her soul's responsibility. And it starts with creation. It actually starts before 3 months before. She should be cleansing herself when she's ready. You shouldn't be just sitting here. You shouldn't even have to go to a hospital or to a pharmacy to find out if you're pregnant. You shouldn't even have to do that. There are shows where people be like, I didn't know I was pregnant. How do you not know something's moving inside of you? You think it's all gas? Really? How can that possibly be? There are such signals that tell you you are expecting that you don't even really need, if you were in tune with your body and your spirit and your mind, to go to a hospital to find out if you're pregnant or not. You really don't need that if you're in one with your womb. But the reality is, when you think about the number 9 and when you think about the sciences, Mama Duke should be talking about, because this is her area of expertise. But she's not going to talk about it. She's going to make Sharon do all the talking. She's going to do that. Yes, she's going to do that. So, the cell. Somebody look up the etymology on cell. Do I got to look it up? Look up the etymology on cell. And if you don't stop looking all over the place, but I know why you're doing that. Because you keep fucking with my focus. When you look, I'm looking. A cell is the fundamental live structural unit of plant and animal life forms. Most cells contain a nucleus in which the chromosomes are located. Hint, hint, chromosomes. Cytoplasm surrounds the nucleus and includes the mitochondrial, which produces most of the energy needed by the cell. Mitosis, or the division of the cells, is the natural process of reproduction. As one cell produces like cells, so it is with woman. As the one cell produces like cells, so it is with woman. Woman is the greatest manifest of all sums totals of the divine being, manifested in human flesh. She is like the nucleus in the first cell of the human flesh species. All other human forms come through and from her womb. This natural relationship can be observed in all areas of universal life and structure. Venus and woman. Really? That's an actual building. It's talking about an actual cell, like a place you put prisoners in. Cell.
A store. I got a storeroom with chamber.
A storeroom. Oh, look at that moon. A storeroom with chamber.
Or chamber.
A storeroom with chamber.
Or chamber.
So think about the cell. So it's a storeroom that's storing nucleus, chromosomes, that are ultimately going to be your child. I get that. Venus is the most brilliant planet in our solar system. Why is Venus the most brilliant planet in our solar system? Fatima? What you'll be smiling? Did you just see a spirit or something? You be just smiling. Venus. Why is Venus the most brilliant planet in the solar system? Somebody gonna answer that damn question? Do I got now from Venus? Women are, is that why? Because women are from Venus and men are from Mars? We want to go down that rabbit hole? We made a pact with the sons to come here. Like, you want to come to this baby? You want to come to Venus? You want to come here, sons?
He says this ain't Venus.
Huh?
He says this ain't Venus.
That's a good question. We call it Earth. Maybe this is Venus.
He says it's not.
Thoughts, because they lied about everything, so you know you can't really believe.
You can't go by what they say.
Because if women are from, women from men are from Mars, women are from Venus. If women are from Venus, and in order for men to get here, they have to be birthed through a stargate. Don't that mean some stuff? Is they trying to tell you something? What they trying to tell you? What they trying to tell you? You made a deal to come down here.
Yes.
It's a deal to come through the womb,
yes.
which you subject to, right? But you brought patriarchy with you. That was what? What's the patriarchy? Ain't that against nature's law? Didn't they say when they came down here they was gonna support the divine, support the matriarchy? Ain't that what they said?
Can you stop hitting me?
No. But I digress. Somebody sent me like 38 messages. Who's sending me all these messages? Venus is the most brilliant planet in the solar system? Probably because they create everything, but I digress. Orbiting at about over 67, 6 plus 7 equals 13 million miles from the sun. Her orbital cycle is 225. Astrologically, the number 9. That's 2 plus 2 plus 5. 225 days around the sun. Her vibratory color is green and was called by the ancient Moabites Istar or Astar, the goddess of fertility. Might as well go with it, y'all, right? Women's menses menstrual cycle is governed by the moon. Who ain't figured that out yet? And it's funny because when you go into any mental hospitals and they try to track you remember when you go to your first appointment when they try to track your due date? They do a little calendar. They never tell you it's based on astrology and it's based on the moon cycle. Probably because they have this little grid and they don't really do the science behind it. They just have this little grid where we're based on when you say, because they'll ask you, well, when did you conceive? Do you know when you conceived? Do you know when you missed your last period? Is based on that, right? It's when you missed your last period, right? And they try to track your Islam, and they try to track your due date with this little wheel. There's a little wheel they have. Next time we go, ask her for that wheel. But like, can I get that wheel that you use to track my? And if she leave the room, just take it. Or we might be able to find them on Amazon.com. They're probably there, just like blood tests is there. Hint, hint. So so the cycle of, let's see if anybody knows this. How many days does the moon cycle? How many days it takes the moon cycle? I know you know it. You better know it. How many days? Fallen. The blasphemy, hearsay. How many days on Facebook does it take the moon to cycle around? Come on. Y'all gonna make me say it. I ain't saying it. I'm just gonna stay. How many? Y'all can even Google the damn answer. 28 roughly.
This is
Roughly
27.
28 roughly. Right.
Yeah.
27, they lying. Google, we're gonna lean you keep lying. You know damn well they know 27. Not unless the cycles change and we don't know about it. 28 days. So that moon, check the moon cycles, right? Because we're about to go to a full moon, so everybody gonna start bugging. Y'all gonna start bugging again. And then Sharon's gonna go in her little circle, her little covenant for 2 days until you come back. So when they say the freaks come out at night, or when the full moon's the wolves, or the humanoids turn into wolves and start running around killing people. I'm saying they say that during full moons because people can't control their energies at that time. It's like all out of whack. If you out of whack during the full moon, just go sit down and read a book for 2 days. Don't talk to no one. Remember in werewolf movies they would lock up their sons, the Albions. They would lock up their sons in the basements and chain them and lock the door till 2 days pass. It usually was the night. They usually try to say it was just the night of the full moon because your energies is going to do what? What is it going to do to you? What is the full moon doing to you?
It's driving you crazy.
Is it driving you crazy?
No, it's raising your energy.
Is it raising your energy? Like, think about it. If you're a werewolf and that's your pedigree, the wolf bring out the you, nature, who you really are. Is that what the moon is doing? Because when these Albions during the rest of the month, I'm just using that as an example. Don't take it personal, but there are a such thing as wolfmen. There are them. So on the full moon, you're going to be who it is you truly are. If you're an a-hole, that's coming out. Who you are. So like if you during the day, you try to act like you're a human and a man and you just trying to blend in into the matrix. On a full moon, who you really are gets a chance to be alive. Let's just say that. Why does person you are so weird. It's because the full moon, that one person, the full moon turning you into who you really are. It's funny. It really is funny. Anyway, so the woman, she creates, and her creation cycle is based on the moon. You'll know if you're out of cycle or out of sequence if you're not going on that frequency. So you know, new moon is what? New moon is when you really can't see the moon, can't see it, and then and actually the months are supposed to be based on the cycles of the moon. That's when you're supposed to start a new cycle. That's why when they say 365 days in a year, that's really not. How many days is a cycle? What?
What are you talking about?
7. What is 7? No, 7. A true cycle, 7. So if the true Earth cycles is 7, we older than we think we are. Way older.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just saying.
Just saying.
I'm just saying. So in the Bible, when they talk about they 690 years old or they 960 years old, what cycle you think they was using?
The moon cycle.
Was it the moon cycle? Was it the 7-day cycle? If you times the average age, which is what? Let's say 70. And you times it by, shucks, I can't even do that number. We're going to have to get an algebra major to do that one. I digress. I'm going to go back to the ethers with that one. Women's menses cycle is governed by the moon. So when does the cycle start? On the new moon? Probably makes sense, right?
Full moon, okay.
Probably makes sense. And then the full moon is... Come on, Fatima. She got all the books, and she's sitting here not bringing nothing to the table. Nothing to the table. Track your menstruals,
Yeah.
mothers. Track it based on the moon. See where your cycles fare. Do you realize men be tracking your cycles?
Yep, they do.
Ain't that weird?
They track them better than you.
That is so weird, though. Why? How do y'all know? How do you damn know? It's about 3 of y'all here. Now he gonna walk away.
I didn't blame her. She did.
Yeah, I know, but do you track her cycles? They track it for a whole nother reason, just so you know. They don't track it for baby creation. What they track it for, Fatima? What they track it for? I'm just gonna say this. Man, come on. They ain't trying to use our own science against us. So mothers, start tracking the moon cycles, waning and waxing, full and new, and realize when you can't see the moon, and then you can from the new moon, and then you can when the first day you can see it, the sliver, the crescent, the small crescent, that is the start of a new cycle. That is the way we ancestrally tracked time. And you know, what about the sundials? The sundials gave you the time during the day. The moon gave you the month.
Why?
Oh, they do have it. Order it. Send it to me. I'm ordering one. You think I'm playing? I'm gonna do some analysis. Y'all, I love to do analytical work. I tell you, I was a mad scientist. You think I'm lying, or an analyst at any rate. Ovary cycles. The ovary cycles an egg 13 times a year. Message. What'd they just say? If ovary cycles of eggs 13, if it cycles 13 times a year, what are they trying to tell you, Willis? Come on, y'all. Did your thinking cap start acting like, what the heck? This shit? Wait a minute, let me see that again. If it cycles 13 times a year, once every lunar month, should we do some math? Should we do some math? And every day is 28. So 28 times 13 is what? That's where you put that's where you're supposed to do all this. Come on, tell me. 13 months. 13 times 28 is what? Oh my God, Fatima is so...
I am doing something else.
Oh, she is. I guess I'll do it.
Yes.
I'll do the calculator.
Yes.
13 times 28. Ooh! Did it just give you the true calendar? Did it just give you the true calendar? Did it? Because 13 times 28 is what, Morse? What is it?
362.
I want somebody to put it in the damn chat. Like, gosh. Y'all just sitting here. Y'all must be like eating. Making dinner while y'all talk, while y'all listening. It's 364. Thank you, Nadine. 364. But wait a minute, Morris. Wait a minute. Based on our education, it's 12 months. 30 to 31 days and 1 day 28, which we never understand what the fuck they were doing, right? What did that come? Because me and my sister talk about the 13th month that's missing in the calendar because they reduced it to 12. It don't even, here, you can see here, 13, 12, right? So there's technically 13 signs, technically 13 months, all adding up to 828, and you track it based on the moon cycles. Oh, it's an M, baby.
It's not letting me.
Yes, you can. Pick it.
Yeah.
Babies, y'all, babies. Come on, y'all. So we got 13 months. Right. If they change the time, they change the date, they change everything, you all out of whack. And you're under a patriarchal system. You wish.
You wish.
Woo! Baby, you ain't interrupting this magic. Because I got the moon. The freaks come out at night. I guess, you know, he about to turn into a wolf tomorrow. You know, let me stop. Anyway, so there's 13 months. What is the name of the 13th month? We probably get it in this book. But this book talks about 7 days, right? 7 calendars. I have been working on this research to do an actual calendar with everything in it. I've been so distracted with everything that you Moors want to call me about. Y'all not letting me do the stuff I really, really want to do. But I digress. So, the lunar month is approximately every 28 days. The word month comes from moon. Moon month. Month, moon. The month is every 28 days based on the cycle of the lunar moon. Women releases an egg ovum. The women release an egg ovum in harmony with the lunar cycle 13 times revolutionary around the earth each year. So women have at least 13 tries to create life. Or approximately once every 28 days, 1 hour and 51 minutes. This natural planetary lunar cycle and its obvious relative relationship proves women to be living calendars of the Earth's divine being at human form. You are literally in harmony with the moon. The moon and you are one. Even if anybody ever wanted to stop telling you anything about life, nature will always give you the answer. This is what I tell everyone. And before I actually have erudite lessons in certain things, it didn't make sense to me that 1 month got 30 days, another month got 31 days, and then 1 month has 28 and 29 days, and it depends. So if they want to get you outside of your matriarchal and outside of harmony with nature, they got to change the calendar. So mothers, get back into your frequency. Navigate based on the moon. And if you ask me, the calendar is sped up a lot, or the days are quicker. The days are like running around. So like y'all ain't got all this time y'all think y'all have. Y'all don't have all this time. Because last month we was in August. Now we're in, so here's the question. What's the 13th month? Does anybody know the 13th month? We're going to find this out because Sharon's going to figure it out. I know Alpha-Eucus. Look, if you look in the calendar at Alpha-Eucus, I think is the 13th planet or the 13th sign. So my sister was already on this years ago. She's like, Sharon, there's 13. I'm like, the lunar cycle just validated that for you. 13 cycles, 13 months based on the cycle of the moon times 28-day cycles. You got 364 days, give or take. Islam? 13 is a beautiful number. So, 13 cycles, 28 days. Shucks, I didn't even get to that and I already had the answer. 364 days, 1 hour, and 51 minutes times 13 equals 24 hours. Degrees or days, 1 day plus 365 days is 365. This brought about the ancient and still interesting recognition of the 13th lunar months in harmony with the 12 solar months, which should be better called signs. So you got 12 signs, 13 months. 13 lunar months plus 12 solar months equals 25. The number 25 numerically breaks down as 2 plus 5, which equals 7. The number 7 is in harmony with the 7 ruling planets in our solar system. The 7 ruling planets have been called in unity as one, Elohim. The 7 ruling planets work in harmony with the Earth and the unity of the entire solar system. 13 plus and 12 numerically deduced to 7 constitutes the cycle of life. The 0 zodiac circle, the cardinal cross. It is also called the 7, the cycle 7, the circle 7, or the mundane cross, all of these expressions meaning the same thing. These symbols represent and express Earth's seasonal cycles in mathematical harmony with the ruling planets, the sun, the moon, and the elements of earth, air, fire, and water, the 4 seasons. The 4 seasons of Northwest Maxim are spring, summer, autumn, winter. The entry points of these 4 seasons during the Earth's revolution around the sun are called cardinal points. Islam? The cardinal cross or master signs also implies the zodiacal scientific knowledge of the womb of the earth, sun, moon, womb man herself. You leaving?
Yeah.
Have a good travels.
Thank you. You
Islam,
have safe
baby.
travel too.
Islam. 360 degrees, the perfect geometric cycle of circle, or 100%. A whole, 3 plus 6 plus 0 equals 9. The number 9 represents woman who builds soul of Solomon's temple from conception to birth in the course of 9 cosmic months. She builds her temples man without the sound of a hammer nor the rasp of a saw. It makes the most magnificent structure. This is called the miracle of Eve, evolution. Woman is the source of all humanity, therefore, it is without a doubt that she is the center cell or atom of all civilization. Awesome. Huh? Yeah, this is good. I mean, because the Moors need to kind of realize that we're all out of frequency and we're all out of alignment. And in order for Mother to gain her true wisdom, her true power, her true sovereignty, she has to be in harmony with nature. Nature knows no persons or stations. So if you're out of a harmony, it don't matter if you Asiatic or Albion, you're going to be done away with if you keep going against nature. Oh, Islam, baby, you have a good travels. No, he ain't, not yet. You got the 7 days of creation, Adam and Eve. This book is a very, very great book. Gives you so much stuff, and it tells you, in matter of factly, the issue that the Asiatic woman has, as well as the remedy. The issues, as well as how to realign herself. So she is back in control of her nativity, her culture, her government, which is the government of her mental. Government is from womb man. It's not. If you create all life, who else should be in control of how that society and government is to run? If she is the creator, she's going to care. She's going to be concerned, not with just the babies that come from, oh, I just showed you, not from the baby that came, just the baby that came from her womb, but all children. She has a natural love for life and for children. If she doesn't, she's out of whack, just so you know. It's called lesson book number 5, I think this is.
Yes.
This is lesson book number 5.
Civil death.
Yep, and guess what? I'm just gonna let you know it's available in certain areas, but
We're gonna go get
what? Put it on the website. You know it's already out there, right? On local people can get it from here. How much is the book?
12 minutes.
Huh? It's absolutely worth it. Mothers, you are very, very powerful. And you're deferring your power to the patriarchy and to your sons who don't have the equipment to deal with the mighty weight of that. There's a reason why you can do 1,000 things and it can only do 2 at one time. There's a reason. And it's not like it's not a disrespect. It's reality. It's nativity. Because while she's got to take care of the babies, she's got to run the government. She's got to balance the books. She's got to make sure everybody fed, make sure you fed. She got to make sure there's harmony. And when somebody break the law, guess who she sends to make sure that shit's reinforced? The Sharifian peace officers is correct, which is the sons and some daughters, because some daughters be wanting to be that. They be like, man, got that archer energy, want to be like, yeah, you want to talk junk? Gotcha. Be like, gotcha. Right? I am one of those individuals. I like to do that. I like to point my bow and shoot you. But Light always getting in my way because she lying and she like playing with her food. So she be sitting up here smacking it from back and forth. And I'm like 50 yards out waiting to snipe it. Like, if she don't let that, I'm sitting here just like this, waiting for her ass to move out the way like this. I'm like this. If she don't, Light, stop playing with it. As soon as she let it go. You got to realize your science, your power is in your element. I am happy to be fire because let me tell you, you water signs.
Don't even try. Don't even try.
Let me talk to you about cardinal, fixed, and immutable. Cardinal, fixed, and mutable. You notice there's 3. There's 4 elements. 3, 4, and 3. 4 and 3 times is what? 12. Deduce 2, 3. Right? 1 and 2. 1 and 2, 1 and 2. I see 1 and 2 and 1, 1, 1, 1 all the time. I can't even make myself see it. I'll be sitting here like, well, I'm going to wait. It'd be like 11:05. I'm like, I'm going to wait till 11:11. Go force it, right? I don't have to. I'll be sitting there like, well, damn. Okay, mama, I'm listening. Right? Cardinal, fixed, mutable. 4 elements. Fire, water, air, earth. Earth, man, I can't. You earth signs be leaving me with a lot. Let me tell you. Because I'm fire. I'm just going to tell you. And I'm at the end of it. Which means what? I burn hottest. Yes, I do. And I don't give a damn how much I scorch you. Just know that. I got Aries. Starts the fire. Leo. Flames it to keep it going and burning. And then the Sag. Napalm bombs everything. Ain't no put it out. We be like, psh, we got the blue fire. We like, you still playing light? So I'll be like, you still playing light? She's like, wait, Cher, wait, Cher. She seriously be doing this to me, y'all. I'll be like, no, I'm napalming it. This my job. This my job. It's mine. I'm waiting. You sitting here playing and I'm waiting. I'm just saying, I'm really in harmony with the with the elements. And then you got those Aquariuses, man.
What about us?
I love the one sitting right next to me, though.
about us?
Her energy is so awesome.
What about
But I met
us?
like 2 other Aquariuses,
Don't
and let
make
me
me
tell
hurt
you, you water flowing mother suckers. So when I meet you, the first thing I'm saying when I meet y'all, what's your sign? What am I fitting to be going through right now?
You run to the water. You know what I'm saying?
I love the water. Why you think I love you so much? Because I love the water. I'm like, where's the water? I need my waterfall. This is my waterfall right here. And I ain't even realized they was talking about an actual human being.
If you don't get off of me now.
It's so funny. All right, I love my mutable energy. I'm Sag, I'm mutable. What's Aquarius? I gotta find out. I can't forget it. Cause I be noticing certain, like she around me a lot. So now, you know, I be like, what's your Trinity real quick? Come on, tell me what your Trinity is. I need to know what I'm fitting to be dealing with.
Sad, the middle one.
And that's why we both cool, cause she's sad. That energy come out, I be like, come on, let's go. Come on. I said just we will I'm just being real with you.
You got an Aries.
Right?
Too.
Aries.
You got an Aries in the back.
That Aries starts some stuff in the physics. It'd be like, ooh, wait a minute. She said Aquarius is air. Why I got you as water?
Yeah. It's a water
That's
bearer.
my sign. It's Aquarius. I'm the water bearer.
You the water bearer? Is that what Aquarius is? The water bearer? Well, how the heck is it air and it's water? See? Don't make me go into my astrological book.
That rules Aquarius.
I'm telling you, right? So y'all gotta know who y'all around. Y'all gotta know the energies. Y'all gotta plot the moon. Like during the full moon or right before the full moon come and you know you out of alignment, go hide. And I tell sons be talking to me, they be like, Sharon, that full moon last month was crazy because these women just was trying to rape me. I was cracking up. I was like, y'all gotta stay away from each other right now because as the energies increase, everybody's getting into their nativity, their nature, right? So even though you've been led to believe that sex is the most horrible and horrendous thing, it's really not. If you do it the right way and responsibly and do it with and a glutton with it, not necessarily a glutton with it, realizing that sex is not necessarily it's a science to sex. It's not something you had to do every single day, 3 times a day. That means something's wrong with you. Or you're not really getting satisfied. Because to really get satisfied through the act of sex is to be doing it right. And with a right person. Because if you're with the right person, you will have energy exchange instead of one taking all of it from the other. And if they really care and y'all really are in alignment, you will willingly give to one another. I'm just saying. But I digress. What else do we want to talk about today? Mothers, get back into your power. Let's bring that manifesting energy together so we can find and locate that class from Friday on House of Freaking Awakened Minds. Because I'm going crazy not having it. Because I want to finish it. So let's put that energy together. Look, we got a full moon. What do you do on full moons? Full moons is the end of manifestation, right? So if you've been doing everything from the full moon, from the new moon, manifesting, that's being active in something that you want to manifest because it first starts with the thought. Full moons is, voila, I have birthed this baby of creation, right? But if you ain't did nothing all month, you mad. And you're a beast. And you're coming out to prowl and devour somebody else. I'm just saying, I'm just playing with y'all right now, really. But it's getting late and Fatima just told me, shut down. Shut down. Because you know when it goes from darkness to, let me show y'all this moon. I can't show y'all the moon. Oh, I can. I'm going to show y'all the moon. It's beautiful. Look at that beautiness. Look at that beautifulness. And because I don't have a lens to show you, it's not full. It's just past. It's just almost full, y'all. So like in another day, it might be full tomorrow. What is it? Friday? Where we at? Damn.
No, Tuesday.
Can't be Friday. Did you check?
Yes, Friday.
You did check?
Oh, I know. Yes.
So, ooh, we got Holy Friday, full moon. Gonna be interesting. I'm gonna be hiding from all of you. Friday the 13th. Oh man. More stay in the house, okay? Don't go outside. Don't be doing no crazy stuff. Because when we got Friday and a 13th and a full moon, a lot of werewolves are gonna come out devouring your babies. Go hide. Stay in the house. Get all your babies in the house. I'm just saying. And there's some things we can do. Manifest empire. We got some cool stuff coming soon. I don't want to tell you. You're gonna have to find out when it come out. You gonna have to find out when it comes out. You gonna wanna kiss me, and I'm gonna smack you if you try. I'm just saying. The Supreme Judiciary, the Moorish National Republic federal government. It's like, remember that Facebook dude who used to do this with the spice little badinkin? It's like that. It's like we've been cooking all month, all year. It's like this. Moors, get your grids done. Get your grids done. Because at the end of that grid is living allotedly through your estate.
That's the other
get
side
your
of the
grids
rainbow.
done.
Slide on down.
I'm bringing, oh, what? Something
Slide on down to the rainbow.
Slide on down to the rainbow. Follow the Aboriginal road, which is the Moorish American Consulate grid to living allotedly off of your Moorish estate.
Yeah.
Go to the website, learn how to navigate it. All of the documents are being recorded as we can with the manpower we have. So stop sending me messages, hate messages, because half of you people who hate got your IDs yet is because you don't damn listen. I'm just gonna say it. Read directions. Reading is fundamental. Reading makes everybody happy because you know what to do, you know what's expected. And you ain't going crazy. Look, he's like, give me my damn book. Give me my damn book. Lesson 5. Read it. Please. What is it? What's the book called? Rise of the Moors or Rise from Civil Death? Rise from Civil Death. Lesson 5 book. Rise from Civil Death. Moors. What is the damn name? You keep giving.
The Moors Rise from Civil Death.
The Moors Rise from Civil Death. Lesson 5. It starts with the womb man. She has to stop giving her babies up to Rome. She has to give her babies her knowledge, her heritage, so they can defend themselves and be a part of their government as heirs, not subjects. Islam? Pax et amor, peace and love, Dias and Bonum.
I just gotta bring it in.